For over 2 decades, two giants have clashed in the living rooms of gamers around the world. PlayStation, Xbox, icons of the console wars. But what truly separates these titans? Is it power? Games? Strategy? Today, we dive deep into the history, philosophy, and future of PlayStation vs. Xbox to find out who really dominates and why. It all began in the early 1990s. At the time, Sony was a giant in consumer electronics, but still inexperienced in the world of gaming. They partnered with Nintendo to develop a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo. The project was dubbed the Nintendo PlayStation. But in 1991, Nintendo abruptly canceled the deal, choosing instead to collaborate with Philips. Humiliated but determined, Sony decided to enter the gaming market on its own. In 1994, the first PlayStation launched in Japan, and then in 1995 in the West. Its success was immediate. The CD-ROM format was cheaper than cartridges, which attracted many third-party developers like Squaresoft, Final Fantasy VII, Konami, Metal Gear Solid, and Namco Tekken. Combined with aggressive marketing that targeted teenagers and young adults, unlike Nintendo's family-friendly image, PlayStation became a cultural phenomenon. It eventually sold over 102.5 million units worldwide. Meanwhile, tech giant Microsoft was watching with growing concern. The PlayStation wasn't just a console, it was becoming a standard in living rooms, a digital gateway that could rival Windows itself. That concern led to the launch of the first Xbox in 2001. Essentially a PC disguised as a console, it featured technical innovations that were ahead of its time. A built-in hard drive, Ethernet port, and most importantly, Xbox Live, the first true online multiplayer service on a console. However, despite these strengths, the Xbox struggled to compete with the PS2, which became the best-selling console of all time with over 155 million units sold, compared to just 24 million for the Xbox. The real rivalry kicked off with the next generation. Microsoft released the Xbox 360 in 2005, a full year before Sony's PlayStation 3. This early lead allowed Microsoft to dominate the early years with a focus on online multiplayer, downloadable content, and timed exclusives. Meanwhile, the PS3 had a rocky start due to its high price and complex cell processor architecture. But Sony made a comeback over time. Thanks to blockbuster exclusives like Uncharted, The Last of Us, and God of War 3, the PS3 gradually caught up. By the end of the generation, the numbers were nearly even, around 87.4 million PS3s versus 84 million Xbox 360s sold. The PS4 Xbox One generation marked a turning point. Launched in 2013, the PS4 was praised for its gamer-first approach, competitive pricing, and ease of development. In contrast, Microsoft stumbled by initially marketing the Xbox One as an all-in-one entertainment box focused on TV integration and digital restrictions, with a higher launch price. The result? PlayStation dominated. The PS4 sold over 117 million units, while the Xbox One struggled with around 58 million units sold. Sony also cemented its reputation for high-quality, narrative-driven games with hits like Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, and Spider-Man. Microsoft, meanwhile, began laying the groundwork for its future strategy, emphasizing backward compatibility, the Xbox Game Pass subscription model, and studio acquisitions. In 2020, the console war entered a new chapter with the release of the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. This time, both companies came prepared. Sony doubled down on what worked: stunning visuals, immersive controller technology with the DualSense, and cinematic storytelling. Microsoft took a radically different path, no longer focused on selling hardware, but on building a unified gaming ecosystem. The numbers tell part of the story. In 2025, the PS5 had sold approximately 59.2 million units, while the Xbox Series XXS reached around 27 million units. However, Microsoft is now playing a different game. Instead of fighting over console units, it's focusing on engagement, subscriptions, and universal accessibility. Today, the PlayStation versus Xbox rivalry isn't just about consoles, it's about ideologies. PlayStation champions the premium, single-player, console-first experience, while Xbox embraces a more open, service-oriented ecosystem designed for play anywhere, anytime. These historical roots explain why their strategies continue to diverge so drastically today. And that's what makes this rivalry so compelling. It's not just a competition between machines, but between visions of the future of gaming. In conclusion, in the end, the battle between PlayStation and Xbox isn't just about specs or sales, it's about identity. One pursues prestige and unforgettable narratives. The other fights for accessibility, flexibility, and global reach. Both are shaping the future of gaming in their own image. So whether you're Team DualSense or Team Game Pass, one thing is certain. This is the golden age of console gaming, and the best is yet to come. I hope you enjoy this analysis because my first analysis was over 25 minutes long. So, it was too long. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you for the next analysis.